Hello fellow booktubers, my name is Lauren, you're watching Dreams Books Courage, and today we are doing a Top 5 Wednesday video. This one is about favorite series endings, and I'm really excited to talk about these books because these are some of my favorite series, and so I was so happy whenever the endings of them were happy and wonderful instead of sad and just leaving me to be a mess. So in the top 5 spot, we have the one which is the series finale of the Selection Trilogy by Kira Cass. And I thought that this had a very adorable ending to the series, although things happened and some things were very sad at the end. I thought that overall it had a very hopeful ending, and I really enjoyed that about this. There were a lot of adorable moments in this book that I just thought were so swoon-worthy, and I would just really enjoy those moments. And I was just very happy with how this book turned out. Unlike the first 2 books in the series, I felt that America was pretty decided throughout the whole of this book. And overall, I just loved it because it was just so adorable. In the 4th place spot, we have a chunk of a book, and that is Last Sacrifice by Rochelle Mead. And just look how big this book is, but I felt like I just flew through the entire thing because I just wanted to know how Rose and Dimitri and Lissa all ended up, and I felt like this was a pretty epic ending to the series. I really just love this series so much, and just holding this book makes me want to dive back into the Vampire Academy series. These are some of my favorite characters that I've ever read, so the fact that they had good endings made it all the better. In the 3rd place spot, we have Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. And although this isn't really a trilogy per se as much as it is just 3 companion novels, I did feel like this did wrap up all of the stories within these books. I just love this one so much. I felt like it was the best of the trilogy. I really enjoyed Isla and Josh's relationship, and also previous characters from previous books that we got to see. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but it was just awesome to see a lot of these characters all together, and I felt like it came full circle because a lot of this book took place in Paris, and all of Anna and the French Kiss took place in Paris. So I felt like this series just ended on a very completed note, and I just thought that there were so many adorable moments within this book, and not just in a way of romance, but also just friendship, and just a lot of wonderful things happened in this book that I just can't stop gushing over it, and all the swoon-worthy moments. You guys just need to pick up this book and the series overall. And in the 2nd place spot is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling, and I definitely could have put this in the 1st place spot, but I put Harry Potter in the 1st place spot all the time, so I thought that I might just give another series a chance. But I think that we can all agree that the ending of this series was just so epic, and I just loved it so much. If you haven't finished this series, then I don't know what you're doing with your life, because this is just such an amazing series, and I felt like this conclusion was so good. Although it's not my favorite book of the series, it is my 2nd favorite, and it's just really amazing how these different storylines intertwine in the arcs of the characters, and Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Just seeing all of the character development that they've gone through throughout all 7 books is amazing. And I cannot recommend this series enough. It is just so good, and this was just the perfect ending to a perfect series. And in the 1st place spot is yet another chunk of a book, and this is City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare, which is the final book in the Mortal Instruments series, and as I said, huge book once again. But again, I felt like I just flew through this one. Not only is it just an amazing end for all the characters of the Mortal Instruments and just how their lives have intertwined and how this story ended up, but also some new characters were introduced, and also some old characters, some very old characters, were put into this novel, and I just felt like that made it amazing. Like the tie-in of the 2 series was just epic, and I love that so much. Again, this is another series that I just cannot recommend enough. It is amazing, and I feel like this series ending was just the definition of epicness because it just had all these amazing, wonderful moments in it, and I loved every minute of reading it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, if you've done this Top 5 Wednesday video, then definitely leave me a link down below so I can go watch that. What's your favorite series ending? I would love to know down below. And now I'm gonna go get back to reading.